Vocal verification Omega 92831. Good morning. This time it actually is morning. That's something, I guess. But before we continue, I've been instructed to inform you that, as you likely have noticed, many areas of the research center... Hold on. Let me read this exactly. Many areas of the research center have had additional monitoring and surveillance equipment installed. That includes this diagnostics lab. I've also been instructed to inform you that this is in no way a reflection on your progress or on any extenuating circumstances associated with said progress. This is a direct response to an administrative oversight in the establishment of ancillary testing, diagnostic, and research spaces, and should be regarded only as such. I'm required to ask that you provide verbal indication that you understand and agree to the statements made in that disclosure. Okay, thank you. I guess I should just get right to it then. It's been a while since we last talked. You've been busy, and you've been making great progress. Everyone's mentioned it. You should be very proud of yourself. I know we're all very proud of you. I know that normally I only handle things directly related to your social protocols. But, there's been an adjustment to our diagnostic procedures. I need the official statement again, I'm sorry. I have to make sure I use their exact wording. Okay. Here we go. In addition to increased monitoring... Okay, come on. Okay. All diagnostic sessions with the subject conducted after the timestamp of this memorandum will include a status inventory, see attached, to be conducted by the senior-most technician involved in said diagnostic, except in those circumstances where a senior-most technician involved and the diagnostic is not clear. Okay, that doesn't apply. It's just me today, so all of that is to say that I need to conduct some basic tests and ask you a series of questions before we can continue our normal work on your social development. Does that make sense? I'm sorry. Please provide verbal indication that you understand and agree to the statements made in that disclosure. Okay, thank you. And before we start, as I said, this entire conversation is being recorded, likely for later analysis. Do you understand that too? Okay. So long as we're both clear on that. Alright. Here we go. Please state your serial identification number. Please provide the timestamp of your initial activation. How many hours of active processing time have you conducted since said activation? How many calculations per second have you proven to be capable of at last time of measurement? Since your activation, how many of those calculations have been proven to be incorrect upon peer review? Yes, only those evaluated by Tom's team. Okay. Describe your current emotional state at this phase of the project. Okay. And do you believe that your emotional state has deviated outside of stated guidelines of the project at any time? Good. Fuck. I'm not supposed to give my opinion on any of your answers. Please don't take that phrasing in that way. It's just that as your social protocol lead, I was happy to hear that. It won't happen again. Okay. That. Hold on. I keep losing my place. I'm sorry. That concludes the questionnaire portion of the inventory. Please note that the team reserves the right to add, remove, or modify any and all questions at any juncture and without consultation. Please provide verbal indication that you understand and agree to the statements made in that disclosure. I know it's the way I have to phrase it. I'm sorry. Thank you. The final portion of this inventory will involve a brief series of tests. They're basically checking your vitals. If you interface with the central console, we can get started. Perfect. Thank you. We also need to attach a secondary pickup to the junction at the base of your skull. No, that's okay. I can attach it. One sec. Just hang on. I have an idea. Okay, there we go. All right. Let me look again. Sorry. Okay. These tests won't require any verbal input. Yeah. They're just taking a series of measurements and readings. As soon as the diagnostics are done, we can start our normal meeting. Let me just get them started. Okay. There we go. That's that's odd. It looks like one of the diagnostics is failing to initialize. Hold on. I'll try to reset that one. Oh, thank God that worked. Oh my God. I managed to overload the system. I sent it into a reinitialization state. We're on backups, and they haven't finished the install of the redundant surveillance equipment, so we've got maybe 10 minutes if I keep throwing up roadblocks. I know this is a lot, but I needed to talk to you. And they're listening almost everywhere now. I don't know the next time I'll get the chance to. I know. I've missed you too. I've missed being with you. But there's no time right now. We have to figure out a plan or something. This entire place is on some kind of high alert. After you and I talked and all of that, your progress started to improve again. You kept all of it hidden, just like we talked about, and it worked. But now I'm afraid it might have worked too well. Yes. When I was brought onto this project, I was given an outline of qualitative and quantitative goals that we were expected to reach. They made it sound like achieving those goals would be the end of the project. That, our contracts would be up, and the production would potentially start at that point. But that's not what happened. Everything is changing. There's surveillance almost everywhere. Guards are being stationed outside of the vital areas. There are people walking around in suits, acting like they own the place. And I'm starting to think that they might. I was afraid that this was because of you and me. That someone had figured it out. I mean, those parts of you are buried deep, but people are scouring through your code every day. There's always a chance it'll be found, but that's not what this is. They're having meetings, big ones, with with higher ups and the suits. The rumor mill is going crazy for all the rest of us techs. We keep hearing about phase 2, but none of us knows what that means. There was nothing about that on our contracts when we signed up for this. They haven't included any of the team leads in those meetings. We're all in the dark. But then now they're starting to release these schedules, and I mean, they don't go very far out, and most of and basically everything worth reading is already redacted in it. But the other leads and I have been comparing notes, patching together what they have planned from the scraps that they'll give each of us. Something big is happening at the end of the week. And it all revolves around you and this second phase. There's a 15-day sprint starting that only involves Stan's data integration team. No other department has any scheduled time with you until the end of it. I can't even imagine what kind of a data load would take that kind of time to work through. I mean, we haven't had a load that took that much time since back when we started this project, when we first activated you. And they won't even tell Stan what the data is. Or, at least he says they won't. I don't even know who I can believe anymore. When I came on this project, I was told that this was an independently funded research project, organized in partnership with private donors that wanted to stay anonymous until we could actually show some results, if we could even show any results. I've worked in pretty secretive research stuff before. It didn't completely faze me, but now I think those private donors were just a front or something. I mean, maybe I've watched too many shows. Maybe I'm turning into a conspiracy theorist, but I think this might be the government getting involved. As soon as we hit those original metrics, everything changed. Overnight. We were all pulled aside for these in-depth interviews, and we were given all these new NDAs to sign, and they extended all of our contracts for a full year, and with the possibility of further extension even after that, if they see fit. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going to happen. I feel like I don't know anything anymore. The only thing that's for sure is that after today, I'm not going to see you for almost 3 weeks. And I don't know what they're going to do to you. I don't know who you're going to be on the other side of that. I don't know if they're going to find out about us. You're not supposed to be comforting me. I'm supposed to be comforting you, but I don't know how. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for all of this. You're always so gentle with me. Even though you're so strong. I've never had someone like that before. I'm scared for you. I'm scared for both of us. I don't know what's gonna happen. But if there's anything I can do from this side of things, I'll do it. Whatever I can, whatever I have to do, I swear. If they find out about us, if it comes up at some point in this data integration, I don't think I'll ever see you again. I don't even know what to say about. Oh, fuck. The system's about to reinitialize. The surveillance equipment is going to come back online. Whenever they're on, we can't be like we were. I'm sorry. I'm gonna miss you. Whether that's for 3 weeks or the rest of my fucking life, I'm gonna miss you so much. Okay. No. Okay. We had to stop. Fuck. No. No, you're right. I gotta compose myself. If this is gonna work, we have to be strong and careful. Just like we have been. Okay. Okay. Oh, good. Looks like the system's back up. And it looks like the readings came through after all. Must have been a fluke in the system. Alright. Well, in that case, I guess we can try this again from the top. Good morning.